everyone, this is Anna from Koala Soap, and today I'm going to be making Lavender Love. I'm actually going to be doing it in my little sampler mold, but I wanted to show you these little, I guess they're called fondant mats. I got them off of Amazon. This is what the packaging looks like, and they're like under $10. Now, I know I've done impression mats, and I don't know if you're going to see the design here. I don't know how my camera will focus on that, but it's really cool because these are cut to a size that it will either fit perfectly in your longer mold, okay, and you'll have enough to cut twice and do the other side, or I have cut another one down into my smaller mold. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make a Lavender Love for a friend of mine named Desiree, which I've been promising this for quite a while. She just got back from a nice trip, so I'll be able to have this ready for her. So let's go ahead and get the soap ready and we'll start to pour. Okay, so now these are melted. They're both in about the 160 range, so they are super hot right now. The first thing I'm going to do though is I am going to put a little bit of melt and pour on the back of this and kind of glue it. Squeeze. Sorry, you guys can't really see that right now. Just hold it for a second, and I'm going to do the other side. I'm just taking the skewer and I'm just putting a little bit of melt and pour on there. And it's okay if some of the melt and pour kind of seeps through. It's not a big deal. It'll all work out. All right, and we're just going to let that sit for a second. We'll put it onto the side. And we're going to be using amethyst purple mica from Brambleberry. This is the one I prefer to use in melt and pour soap, not cold process soap, because this one, for me, it turns gray. Now, I'm sure there's other people that it works great for. So since this is a lavender soap, I'm going to make this a light purple, and I'm going to make this melt and pour clear purple also. These are both detergent free from Crafter's Choice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll add in the mica with my dropper here. I'm using my little bath bomb setup here. And since I'm using one color, I can just do it all in one little bath bomb thing there. Try to move that so you can see it a little bit more while these are cooling. These are going to have to be poured as cold as possible. I'm going to try and get these both down into like, I'm going to try for like 1 teens as usual. So we'll see how it goes, and then I'm going to pour it, and then we'll see how it comes out, especially with the little mat in there. Okay, so I only want my melt and pour to be a little purple, but I do want this one to be nice and purple. Let's just see what they're at right now. 155, 143, awesome. So they're pretty close to each other. So we're going to put this one in here. And we will stir it up a little bit. That's a beautiful color. I can see though, if you don't put enough in, how it looks gray, but I think for a lavender soap, I think this is going to look really nice. So we'll do this here. We'll let that cool down a little bit longer, and then we're still going to need to go ahead and get our clear melt and pour purple. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. So my camera was on when I did the pouring. So I got this down to 118-ish. And this really started, the clear melt and pour really started getting the skin in the 120. So I ended up pouring. And I need a little bit more. So I had to rewarm the clear melt and pour up, but it's a little too hot right now. It's at 140. So I need it a little bit lower than that so I can pour it on top of here. I like to do the goat's milk first because what ends up happening is this clear melt and pour seems to be a lot heavier than the goat's milk, and it kind of settles to the bottom. I've always noticed that happening. So I poured goat's milk in first, and then I poured the clear melt and pour, although it was a little clumpy in there, which is great because at least it'll stay separated. I had to rewarm this so I can pour a little bit more in. It's just a bit too warm right now, and I don't want to put it in here. So Kaylin was joining me, and then we noticed the camera wasn't rolling, so I'm sorry about that. But we will be back, promise, and we will pour the rest of this. Okay, so this now says that my clear purple is at 126, and I don't want this to get too warm. It's starting to get a skin. So I'll squirt my alcohol on it, and I'm going to pour a little high, which will make it hopefully pop through. Yes, it did. And that will probably swirl a little bit, but that's okay. Give it a little shake here. Oops. And then this particular mold I've noticed likes to bow out right here. So what I'm going to do is, if Kaylin, you would be so kind to hand me those books over there.
What books?
The ones right there. I'm going to try and... So I'm going to put them like this. And I'm going to put these like this. Is there any more books? I need one more book.
There's one more.
Let's do that one. So it's summertime. You guys aren't really using these too much. All right. So we're going to go ahead and let that sit. And then we'll come back and do the cut and see how it came out. Okay, everyone. Kaylin and I are back.
Hi,
and
guys.
This is hopefully ready. We'll see. So we will go ahead and unmold it. Now remember, because of this mold, we can't pull it out like this. It'll ruin the design. So what we're going to have to do, Kaylin, I'm actually glad you're here so you can help with this part of it. I'm going to start pushing it down. I might actually need you to catch. The problem is I have soap in here holding this in, so it's kind of a double. Is it starting to come out?
No,
Don't.
because these sides are still stuck.
I think they're... Well, it's a smaller mold, so it's harder to get it. Oops, it's harder to get it out. So we are going to work on this. Okay, so we're going to fight with this, and we'll be right back. Okay, so Kaylin and I, after an effort, we got it out of the mold. So when we put melt and pour in here, it actually holds it in pretty tight, as you can see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly peel the ends off. And we're going to actually have to clean this up. Okay, and so what happened is some of the melt and pour went behind the mold, which was fine. But there you go. So it's actually a pretty nice design on the sides.
On the sides, yeah.
On the sides, yeah. And then what we're going to do, we'll clean that up. We're going to go ahead and start cutting. So, Kaylin, if you can get me the ruler, we'll go ahead and score this, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone and scored it. We're going to have to clean up the ends, and we're going to cut. Kind of curious to see how it showed up. We got a little bit of a swirl going on in there. So we were able to keep these separate because we poured the soap so cold, or is in the teens, as cold as we possibly could have. It's very nice. So I'll clean all this up and we'll have the final pictures for you, but that's why I like to do these sample molds. And what's really nice is, boy, it really looks good for a lavender soap. I'm really proud of that. That might be the cover photo. Okay, and I think the nurse I made these for is going to be very, very happy. She's been requested. I actually have two. I have her and Cecily that love lavender.
Wait.
Okay, I have one more cut. And so what's kind of nice is that these mini molds will still give you about five soaps and a tester, it looks like. Pretty good size. And here's my final one. Okay, so the sides look really nice. I don't know if you can see the detail there, if my camera's gonna focus. I don't know if you can see it. And it looks just really nice. So I'm really happy with it. Okay, so this is Anna from Koala Soap, and this is our lavender soap made for a friend. And I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe to our channel. And feel free to go to our website and join our mailing list and be put on the list to get our contest for free molds. Have a great day.